Okay, it is Black History Month and February already. And to those of you who watched my TikTok video about the importance of if you're going to adopt someone from a different culture, it's very important to teach that child about their culture. And this is a little story time of another thing that happened because my parents didn't teach me about my culture. So I didn't go to school till I was 15 years old. That's a story for another day. But I remember my skin always looked different and I didn't know why. My parents raised me very religious, very Mormon LDS. And I remember my mom told me that my skin was dark because I was part of the Lamanite clan and God punished them and turned their skin black. So talk about confusion. I thought I was dark skinned because God had punished me. Anyways, fast forward. When I finally was able to go to school, I went to a alternative school, which was just kind of smaller. And I remember the very first time I had learned about Black history. I was sitting in history class, and my history teacher, Miss A, decided to have us watch this movie. And this was the movie that she played for us. Now, if you don't know what that movie's about, I don't have enough time in this video to explain it. But in short, it's a movie about the slaves from Cuba coming to America. It's a story that follows the slave trade, and it's pretty not rated. I was blown away sitting there so sheltered in my history class, watching this movie, realizing my ancestry years back and what happened if you were African American in the 1800s. It's a really brutal story. There were so many slaves when they ran out of food or thought they were going to run out of food before they reached their next port. They would chain the slaves together and drop them overboard to make room. All these slaves wanted was freedom. Now, again, if you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend you go watch it. But the storyline where it ties into me, my history teacher every few minutes would stop watching that movie. She'd push pause. She would look at to me. Mind you, I'm the only African American girl in the class, let alone the whole entire town. And she would say, "Isn't that right?" Now, my peers sitting around me were laughing, and I was confused. I clearly was not born in the 1800s. I clearly was not on the Amistad ship. And up until today, Miss A, I knew nothing about Black history. After I watched that movie, I was invested. I started reserving history books from the library and watching any Black history movies I possibly could. So in short, Black American History Month isn't just about what happened on Amistad. It's about all of the Black Americans, all of the amazing Black people that have gone through similar things, even modern day Black people. Please educate yourself. And if you adopt a child that is from Black descent, and I say descent because you could be Black and be mixed with anything and everything. And then just to round out the video, I'm a Black American. I'm not an African American. I was born in the United States. My parents were born in the United States, and so on. Happy Black American History Month. I hope you guys learned something this month.